Hey guys, it's Lucid, and we got a turn fresh off the press. I haven't looked at it yet, and I figure it'll be fun to kind of look at one of these together, because there's a lot riding on this turn. So if it's painful, you'll get to see it be painful. Atlantis attacks here, and our farmland with about everything. Now some of these guys look like they might be on attack rear. Oh, it didn't work. Our eparchs make it off. And we attack. Okay, that we're pinging. We attack here. And it's not that much PD, it's only like 20 or 30. Alright, we have success. So, where he attacked, this was not worth it. We lost a lot of stuff. He now has the option to PD dump this. So that was pretty bad. Also, I redid the turn from scratch. I forgot to send these guys their gems, so I gotta do that. It's a little embarrassing. Oh man, that sucks. I should have done more. But you can see we needed basically everybody up here. That was 30 PD. Or maybe more. Maybe like... I think that's 30. These guys run. Yeah, better commanders now. He's still kind of fucked though, because this is all his army. I don't know what's in his capital. My scout make it out? My scout did retreat. And we still, I think, have... Let's see if all our eparchs made it. Eparch retreated successfully. Okay. Everybody that retreated lived. Ooh. I didn't test this at all. Losing those crossbowmen kind of sucks. Okay, we have a lot of money. Do we get any events? +4 nature gems. That's not bad. Okay, so I'm going to have to reissue a lot of these trades that we have. We're going to have to turn back on unit production here. And get this tapped out. No more of this greedy shit. Oh no. That's why I have so much money, is I bid on the mercs, but I bid on them here. And so I didn't get any of the mercs I bid on. Shit. Oh, nobody bid on them. Interesting. He still isn't going to be able to move his god if his god's here. This sucks, though. This was like a 33 or 34 PD. I kept logging in and, like, removing 1 PD. I, like, removing more recruitment, adding a bit more PD, because I knew this would be a bit tricky. We didn't kill any of the Ice Guard, but we killed half of the Mournfuls, and these are pretty expensive. So let's do gold lost on this. Gold lost, these guys are 25 apiece, so it's 250 gold to these guys, plus one each of these, plus another 50, we'll say. So that's 300 gold. And in the troops, I only lost 150 gold. So he'd be down, but my PD dump is obviously the main thing I lost. And I think 34... Let me do the math real quick. Okay, the nth triangle number, which is what it is, it's 600. So I lost, plus the 150 in troops, I lost 750 gold. And he lost 300. So it's a pretty good trade for him. That being said, he's still in a lot of trouble, basically. And I think what we have to do here is Doomstack. Though I probably want to raid this if I can. How much PD did he put here? This is still only 6. So I think I raid these two. Maybe I don't raid this one, but I raid this one. Maybe I raid this one with these guys. No, but I want to get this... maybe we do this. Bring the commander here. Send these dudes up this way. I can let him take the swamp. I don't even really want it. Oh, this isn't as good of a province as I thought it would be either. It's only 1,700. I mean, 17,000. I was thinking it would be a bit more. Oi. Well, that is not great news. Got a lab coming up here. The other interesting news is I think the elves are about to attack Patala, which is kind of interesting. I think we... Can you... How... Okay. These are kind of slow, but I think we bring them back. Or maybe we go ahead and start our next fort here. Our research is picking up now. We're at 57 a turn. So Conjuration 1 will finish. We'll almost have our next thing after that, too. Building a lab here. Recruitment of these guys is maxed. Oh, we didn't have anybody, so he's going to wait a turn. We didn't find anything site searching, which is a little unfortunate. Let's site search here. This is a farmland, so it's probably not going to have magic sites. But yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a zinger. My troops broke a lot faster than I thought they would. I thought they would hold up longer. I had these guys do Sermon of Courage. Let's watch this again. Like, I needed a few more turns of combat. And he has this guy doing Smite. Yeah, they really just insta-melted. Of course, the arrows don't do anything. So it's kind of the wrong PD type. Oh well, my Eparchs got away. But this is now not even really a fighting force. I'm going to go ahead. I need to go ahead and send this. I think I was going to send him... How many did we get from TNG? We got 8 death gems, so I owe him 9 nature. I'm giving him 1 in interest now, because I fucked up my turn. And Araga, I'll do 6 fire, or 6 air. Okay. That's for my fuck up. It's funny, because I'm now paying this interest out. We redid the turn because we alchemized wrong. Only by 1 gem. But we've now got a pretty sizable army here. I think we just Doomstack. I think we take this with 2 squads. And he did actually the moves I thought he would do. He attacked with the army. He PD dumped this. He couldn't PD dump enough. Which means he's in trouble. And then I think these guys just come over here. Because I think he's got to put PD here and patrol in case I move everything on top of this. Which, I mean, that is another move, is I could just move everything here. If his god isn't present, that might be the move, is give up the siege on the fort for a turn and take this back and kill this army. Because the army will probably either move here or patrol. And I'm pretty sure I have enough heavy cav to take it, and enough eparchs, because I'm going to have 3 eparchs here, and then here I have 6 holy 3s when it's not an eparch. So that'd be 9. Yeah, they would just destroy this. I think that's the play, is we move our whole army here. He can PD dump if he wants, but he's going to have mostly garbage PD. We basically are going to route everything and then hit it with all these eparchs. And I'll just have somebody here sitting on top. We'll have like a small force, maybe a few... maybe we keep the Bakemono here, so if he sends like a scout out or something, it will kill it. But I think that will do. So I think the play... I'm probably going to let my partner do the turn, so I'll probably cancel all these orders. But I think the play is we throw everything at this province now. I don't think even with a PD dump in his troops he can defend it with all of our eparchs. And we now have a fair number of crossbowmen. Though it sucks we lost that. Crossbowmen you kind of want to get in a critical mass. And we kind of failed at that a little bit. This guy's going to come up here and pick the next crossbow shipment up. Got our next fort starting. I think we'll get one of these guys to go build the lab over at this fort, site search a little bit. We'll get a master of names. Still leaves us a fair amount of money left over. Oy. Well, it's a quick episode, guys, but I just wanted to do the turn fresh. But probably there's a chance we keep everybody on top of the fort, but probably we're going to move everybody here. Well played to Atlantis. That was, I should have tested this more, or like had a better understanding of how it would go. These guys just what I did not count on is how fast they would mulch the front line. Like, it was instant. They instantly routed the front line. And the crossbowmen did some work, but they can't do that much work that quickly. They needed the front line to sit there for like 3 or 4 turns. And I was thinking, since I outnumbered him like, 2 or 3 to 1, it would take a while, but it didn't. They just chopped everything up. So, yeah, looking back, I think I would have had to have canceled mage recruitment and done more of a PD dump. I think that actually would have been worth it. Because I think it would have won then. It was kind of close. If we could have, like, some of the Mournfuls were already routing. If we could have routed the last of the Mournfuls, you'd been close to an army route. And then the Ice Guard would have taken a while to chew through everything else. It would have been dicey, but if we got up to like 40 or 50 PD. Anyway, we both lost similar. Let's actually see real quick how much this is. So 78 dudes, 30 seal hunters. Let's test real quick. Not test, let's just see. All right, so Atlantis. Oh, let's have this guy break siege. Okay, and then Atlantis. Snow Warriors, Seal Hunters, Snow Warriors. I think this is 30, exactly. Yeah, that was 30 PD. So if we look at the net of the whole turn, because he also lost the PD dump. Let me see what the cost is. Okay, so the cost is almost the same as mine. It was like 480. It's almost 500. So what I lost here, he lost here. It cost me in addition this is 80 gold of Malia Druzina. And then we'll call these guys 10, 200 gold, probably less, like 150 plus 80. Like 250, we'll call it. That's an exaggeration. So no, gold-wise, we traded about the same, but I'm up in land. And I have his important fort on lockdown. So I'm winning on the production front. I've got 2 forts, soon to be 3, making stuff. And he's got just his cap. So he's going to lose this war of attrition. But yeah, that's it, guys. Pretty exciting turn. Tune back in next time, see how things go. See you then. Actually, turn this back on once I'm done with the turn. Yeah, quick addendum. So we've actually decided, I was going to consolidate everybody here, but there's a reason I think that's a bad idea. The god has moved here this past turn, so the god can reinforce this. And the question is, can we kill the god in what's probably, we could go back and check, but it's probably 4 to 5 enemy candles with the whole army, with presumably a PD dump? And I think the answer is probably not. Or not easily. You know, we could probably kill we could probably HP route it or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that could go really bad. You know, it's going to have quick and self on it. It's going to be at the front. It's going to be hitting stuff. This stuff just shreds. One thing I didn't notice, if you look at this battle, these guys get twice the number of kills as the Mournfuls do. And a lot of that is because these guys have 9 attack weapons, and these guys have 13. I mean, when they get in melee, that's why I was surprised how fast everything died. It's just like, whoop, front line's dead. They're already routed. They literally, it was like they died to a cav charge. I was not expecting that versus these guys. So I think I underestimated this troop a bit. Well, that guy has an Ice Glaive. These guys have, with the sword, actually have 1 better attack than the Ice Glaive dudes. So I had misestimated that, and I was thinking this would last longer as a front line, and it really didn't. And we'd get more time to smite people. Did not happen. So I underestimated these Ice Guards, so kind of cool. I kind of want to play a Late Age Atlantis game after having to fight them. But the thing is, potentially this is a losing move, right? Like, it could be a winning move if we take it back from him and kill the army and it's a small amount of PD, like maybe he rides out. I don't know. There's ways it could be winning, but it's also kind of a losing move. It opens us up to the possibility of getting absolutely shit stomped. And we don't want that. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to preach with these guys here, and we've got 6 people preaching. Now in enemy dominion, it's 5 candles. It's a 65% chance per preacher to get the candle down. But once we get the first candle down, then it's a 70% chance or something. And then after that, like a 75, 80, 85. When you look at how many candles we'll probably remove, there's also a temple here, which is going to be generating a temple check. So when you look at how many we're probably going to remove, it's probably going to take these guys to remove 1 of them, and then it's probably going to take these guys to remove another one, or really, these 3 will probably remove 2, and then this guy will probably remove 1. So we'll probably remove 4 candles. Then after that, there's a temple check, which is a good chance, and he's got a holy 3 in here. So there's a good chance he adds to it maybe 1 or 2 back. So we're probably going to be at 2 or 3 enemy candles after this, is my guess. However, next turn, these guys are going to come in, and then I'm going to have 9 preachers rather than 6. And the starting candles are going to be lower, like 2 or 3, hopefully. So with 9, we should be able to get it into friendly dominion. And what's interesting about this, and it's a kind of very subtle mechanic, is if we're preaching, the preaching should happen before the battle that turn. And that's very relevant because the god is here. I think the move from him is reinforce this with the god into PD dump, and then take this army and the god and come attack. Now, doing that, he'll sacrifice the choke point, potentially. But Tian Chi doesn't want to attack into this choke point while the god's sitting here. So, just having the threat of the god there is probably enough to hold it. So if he pulls it out, especially because it's looking like I might attack, this is potentially a good move for him. And if he wins the battle on top of this fort, then he can use the god to get back to the capital before Tianchi can get here. Still, like, very, very desperate, but there's no other way for him to save this fort other than the god plus the army to have a chance. And quite frankly, I don't think that that's enough. But we'll see. However, if I can get this in friendly Dominion, there's going to be, you know, some pretty nice peripheral benefits. These guys, which, because they're fighting in friendly Dominion, are getting a bonus morale, so they're up at 15, plus they've got a nice squad leader. So in if he's fighting in my Dominion, it will be 13, which is going to be nice. And I'll get a bonus morale to my little shitty Bakemono, who are probably at... Yeah, they've got the -1 from this, and then, yeah. Anyway, it'll be basically +2, so it'll be up at 10, which is respectable. And we've got this guy coming in next turn, and he is going to be my main leader, and he's going to give great leadership to a bunch of dudes. And they'll be able to do line formation, and a bunch of other things we haven't been able to do, which will be super nice. So, yeah, the raids we've got going out of this and this. This is going to be a little weird. I've pinged this with the scout, so there's a good chance he can PD dump. He has disposable income, probably a lot of it this turn. Also, I forgot to send gems last turn as part of the trade, because I redid the turn because we alchemized some stuff we didn't need to, and Grippa pointed out that I should move this guy here to build a lab so that we can start cranking on mages as soon as this fort comes up. That was the reason we ended up, because I'd alchemized the death gem, and I knew I was trading for some, so I wouldn't need to alchemize. Anyway, we redid it, and I forgot to send the gems. And not only does that suck, because I'm now paying everybody, as is my policy, 1 gem of interest if I'm late, or if I forget, because this is not the first time this has happened. It also sucks because Tianchi's god needs to attack the water, and I really want his god to come in here and take this and cut off some of this income. So... yeah, we kind of fucked up there. And this is, he needed those nature gems I'm sending him to send his god underwater. So, a little sad about that. But the dangers here are because he does have disposable income. This little light raiding party may not work. I'm trying to snipe the commander at the back because there's a pretty good chance these guys on attack rear will snipe it. And it's not a very special kind of PD, but whatever. We're also pinging this because I want to see what he's doing, like how much PD he put, what his god is going to do, all of that jazz. And, you know, Atlantis is going to be in a bit of trouble. This fort should be finishing this turn, which means our research is really going to start picking up. We've got... and this fort we might actually, because this is our best one, we might put this, or turn this into a citadel. Because we'll get the income bonus, so it kind of justifies it more. And citadels aren't really, you know, they're pretty good for getting a lot of mages out. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be it for infrastructure for us. These 3 forts, there's plenty of forts for us. In some ways, like, we're risking being overbuilt. So yeah, I think we're just going to stick with these 3. The nice one about this one is we will be able to get our nature mages. So that's good. You know what we should do? Should get an eparch over there. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll get an eparch over here because we need to build a temple to go ahead and get these out. And it'll be good to go ahead and get him over there, get him preaching, get a temple built, all of this jazz nice and early so we get some dom pressure. But yeah, those are the main changes. And, you know, of course, we've got recruitment fully back on. We've got the Malia Druzina, we've got the Bakemono, we've got the Malia Druzina. We had to turn it off last turn to do a PD dump. I don't know if we'll do a PD dump again in the near term. We'll have to see. It will depend. I would like to avoid it, even if we get the cap circle back. This just didn't work very well, to be honest. We don't really get great PD. We get, like, early age PD. Whereas the PD these guys get, like, I think the elites they get are these Ice Warriors, which are part of PD. And they also get snow warriors. Like, that's their second line, is ice warriors and snow warriors, which are pretty good. Like, they've got magic piercing weapons, and they've got 20-something protection. So when they do a PD dump, they're going to get whatever the PD type is, plus that is backup. But yeah, I think there's a very good chance we lose some of these raids here. But we're going to go ahead and take it, put some pressure on. It's going to make him kind of split his forces more too. Open up opportunities for us to kill off his armies. But yeah, we also weren't lucky site searching. I'm going to be moving over here, and I think I've covered everything. Quick addendum. One final thing just to mention, kind of as a philosophical thing, is this is kind of the point in the game where things kind of become a bit like chess, and that you have to anticipate your opponent's move, and then if he moves, what would your forces be able to do? And so that's how we decided this wasn't a good move, but then thinking one move ahead, that's with the objective of taking this. So, like, figuring out if it's feasible, all of that jazz. So anyway, and he did actually exactly what I thought he would do, which isn't because it was a bad thing. It was because he and I were both synced up on what the best move at this point was, which was PD dump this and attack here. So we'll see. I think he's going to do what I would also do, which is probably PD dump this, and maybe do some small reinforcements from the capital, and move the god here. Or maybe he moves this army here, the god here, and PD dumps this and thinks I can't kill the god plus PD, and protects this. Either way, there's a very good chance this will not work. But getting the resources, because this is going to be a very high resource province, out of his cap circle would be really nice. So, yeah. I'm not, like, fired up about this move, as you can tell, but I don't think it's horrible. Don't think it's horrible. It won't be the god here. I mean, we're not going to flank this army, especially with two commanders and... The thing is, if he only has the god and I have 9 eparchs, it's not going to be enough. Like, I'm pretty sure we could kill him in his dominion with this many eparchs. So, I don't know. It would be a bad move to move the god only plus PD, because he would actually have to kill my army. And I think the reason that I wouldn't attack here is because if he does these ice guard out in front of the PD and a PD dump and his god out in front of the ice guard and the quicken self on the god, there's no way we'll kill the god in friendly dominion while he's got these guys blendering my troops, even with eparch spam. And that's because he's going to have a bunch of PD behind him. There's just too many other targets, and these guys are going to kill things too quickly. But here he doesn't have the advantage of PD. So it's hard to say what he'll do. This is a low enough risk attack. I mean, these guys are 40 gold, so this is about 300 gold worth of stuff. If we lose it all, I'll be sad. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, that's about it, guys. See you all next time.